The big quiz. It's time to take on an adult to see who's a transfer champ in your house. Under 16s quiz. Which club broke the world transfer record 5 times between 2000 and 2013? Real Madrid, Barca, United, PSG. It's Real. What I can remember is Fabio Cannavaro, I think he signed in 2013, David Beckham, Louis Figo, there's still loads of players. Which of these players moved for the most money last summer? Diego Jota, about 40 mil. James, about the same. Ziyech, 46 mil. Partey, about 50, so I'll say Thomas Partey. 3. Before signing Virgil van Dijk for £75 million, who was Liverpool's record buy? So there's Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Luis Suarez and Fernando Torres. I will say Torres. Can you name this famous football super agent? There is George Mendes, Mino Raiola, Kia Joarbincian and Jonathan Barnett. That is Mino Raiola. 5. Which manager has never signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic? Pep Guardiola, Roberto Mancini, Carlo Ancelotti or Antonio Conte? I know Pep has, for Barca. Carlo Ancelotti has. Maybe, yeah, with Juventus or Inter, one of them. It's either Mancini or Conte. I'll say Conte. I'll say Conte. Kylian Mbappe joined PSG from which club for £163 million in 2018? Lille, Monaco, Marseille or Lyon? Monaco. 7. This is the Chinese Super League's most expensive ever signing. Who's he? Aaron Zahavi, Alex Teixeira, Paulinho or Oscar? It's Oscar from Chelsea. 8. Which player is Bayern Munich's record signing? Leon Goretzka, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry or Lucas Hernandez? Who signed Paul Pogba for Man United for 93.2 mil? What do you remember? It was 2016, so I will say Jose Mourinho. Which of these megastar ballers is Real Madrid's record signing? Hazard. It's a hard one because there's Ronaldo, Bale, Hazard and Benzema, but I've gone with Hazard. The big quiz. This is an adult quiz, so see how we get on with it. Which Italian club signed David Platt from Aston Villa for a record 5.5 mil in 1991? It'll have to be a guess here because I don't really know. It's either Genoa or Fiorentina, I think. And I will say Genoa. 2. Which striker joined Man United for a Prem record £7 million in 1995? Andy Cole, Dwight York, Eric Cantona or Teddy Sheringham? Not Teddy Sheringham, not Cantona, maybe York or Andy Cole. It's one of them. I will say Andy Cole. Liverpool broke their record to sign who in 1994? Phil Babb, Michael Thomas, Mark Walters or Stan Collymore? I'm looking at this and I think it's Stan Collymore, but no. I mean, it looks similar, Stan Collymore and whoever this is. Phil Babb? No, I don't think so. Michael Thomas, Mark Walters. I'll just say Mark Walters. Who was the world's most expensive player in 1999? Can you name him? Zavorman Boban, Gaizka Medieta, Hernan Crespo or Christian Vieri? Not Hernan Crespo, I don't think. Looks like Boban, Mendieta, Vieri. I'll say Mendieta. who became the world's first £10 million player in 1992? Marcel Desailly, Jean-Pierre Papin, Zinedine Zidane or Lilian Thuram? Jean-Pierre Papin. Who did Arsenal sign Dennis Bergkamp from for a record fee in 1995? Either Ajax, Inter. It's a hard one, but I'll say, it's a really hard one because I think he played for Inter and Ajax. I'll have to go with an answer soon. I'll say Inter. 7. Denilson became the world's most expensive player when he joined which club in 1998? Real Betis. 8. Who was the most world's expensive player in 1996? Beckham. There's Rio Ferdinand, Gascoigne, Beckham, Shearer. I'm thinking Shearer, but Beckham at the same time. I'll say Shearer because he did play in 1996. I don't think Beckham did. Real Madrid signed which of these legends from rivals Barca for a world record £37 million in 2000? Ronaldo, the Brazilian one, Luis Enrique, Luis Figo or Rivaldo? Luis Figo. Which one of these players moved to AC Milan from Torino for a world record £13 million back in 1992? Ruud Gullit, Gianluigi Lentini, Daniele Massaro or Marco van Basten? I'll have a guess here. Daniele Massaro. So the first one is A, 2 is A. First one correct, Real Madrid broke the transfer record. Partey moved for the biggest amount out of these 3 players, or 4. 3 is A, 4 is B. 3 is A, it's Mohamed Salah, not Fernando Torres. 4 is B, it's Mino Raiola. 5 is D, 6 is B. 5 is D, Conte's never signed him after working it out. And 6 is B. Seven is D, 8 is D. 7 is D, that's Oscar. 8 is D, Lucas Hernandez is Bayern Munich's record signing. 9 is C, 10 is C. Paul Pogba, who signed him? Mourinho, 2016. I do remember that from the record signing players. And Eden Hazard for the last one. So, respectable score for me, 9 out of 10. Just before Virgil van Dijk, 75 mil, who was Liverpool's record buy. It was Salah, not Fernando Torres, which I thought. Oh gosh. Next one, the big quiz adult. 1 is A, 2 is A. 1 wrong. But I've got this one right. The Andy Cole one. £7 million. 3 is A, 4 is B. This person, like, it looks like Stan Collymore, it looks like Mark Walters, Michael Thomas and Phil Babb. They all look the same. It's just crazy, man. 4 is D, I guessed, but it's Christian Vieri. 5 is B, 6 is B. Papin, most expensive, 10 mil. And Dennis Bergkamp came from Inter, thinking he came from Ajax because he did play for them. 7 is B, 8 is D. I got this Denilson right. 8 is B. Paul Gascoigne. Oh no, it's Alan Shearer. I got that. Somehow. Real Madrid signed which of these legends from rivals Barca for a world record 37 mil in 2000? The answer is C. Got it, Luis Figo. And 10 is B. is Gianluigi Latini, 13 mil. So the score is 1. Six out of 10, not too bad. The transfer genius in my house is me, because I did both the quizzes. The Transfer Spy update. MOTD Mag's gossip guru spills the beans on all the latest rumours. Dele Alli, Tottenham to PSG. English, 24 years old and a midfielder. The Transfer Spy says, it's no secret that Dele struggled to adapt to life under Jose Mourinho. His former boss Mauricio Pochettino getting the PSG job gives him hope of a way out, although it's purely speculation at this point. No talks have taken place. Paz says, David Alaba, Bayern Munich to Real Madrid. He's Austrian, 28 years old and is a defender. For free. Paz says, Alba can take his pick of the biggest clubs in Europe. Man United and Liverpool are also interested. The Transfer Spy says, according to my sources, David has turned down a contract extension with Bayern and will be free to leave in June. He's been offered a bumper 4-year deal at the Bernabeu and I expect him to take it. Jadon Sancho, Borussia Dortmund to Chelsea. English, 20 years old and a forward, £90 million. The Transfer Spy says, Man United's interest in Jadon Sancho has cooled, but the Blues are still keen, they said. It's unlikely that the top bosses will give gaffer Frank Lampard, Thomas Tuchel now, any more cash until he starts getting the best out of last summer's big money signings. Isco, Real Madrid to Arsenal. He's Spanish, 28 years old and is a midfielder. It's on loan as well for Arsenal. The Transfer Spy says, everything's looked set to go on this one, but then Emile Smith-Rowe decided to turn into a young Kevin De Bruyne, which has halted Arsenal's enthusiasm to complete this deal. Watch this space. Christian Eriksen, Inter Milan to Atletico. He's Danish, 28 years old and is a midfielder. £20 million apparently, maybe. Transfer Spy says, Christian has spent more time on the bench than on the pitch at Inter. It sounds like the club have offered him to Atletico and Real. And Diego Simeone is keen. Julian Draxler, PSG to Leeds. He's German, 27 years old and is a forward. Moise Kean, Everton to PSG. Italian, 20 years old and is a striker. That deal's already happened. I think it's a loan deal. Damari Gray, Leicester to Southampton. He's English, 24 and a forward, 10 mil. Daniel James, Man U to West Brom. He's from Wales, 23 years old and is a winger, on loan. Graziano Pelle, Shandong Luening to Juventus. Italian, 35 years old and is a striker, on free. And there's still more to come. Lionel Messi, Barca to City. He's Argentinian, 33 years old and is a forward, on free. The Transfer Spy says, Lionel has entered the final 6 months of his contract, meaning he is free to talk to clubs about a move. Rest assured. Man City and Pep Guardiola are first in the queue, but don't rule out PSG just yet. Diego Costa, Atletico Madrid to Wolves. Spanish, 32 years old and is a striker, for free. Paz says, defenders will want to see Diego back in the Prem. He bagged 52 goals in 3 seasons at Chelsea. Transfer Spy says, Diego is available on a free transfer after Atletico agreed to end his contract early last month. And with Raul Jimenez out with a head injury, Nuno Espirito Santos is tempted to tie up a short-term deal. Spaniard isn't short of options though. He'll take his time. Now, they've signed William Jose at Wolves from Real Sociedad. Ben White, Brighton to Liverpool. English, 23 years old, and is a centre-back. £40 million. The transfer spy says the Reds' defensive injuries might force them to buy, and Ben is a player they've tracked for a while. Jurgen Klopp won't mess about. This one could go through. Wilfried Zaha, Crystal Palace to AC Milan. He's from the Ivory Coast, he's 28 years old and is a winger, 45 mil. The transfer spy says it's now or never for Wilf. He won't get many more chances to make a big move at his age, so I'm not surprised to have learnt of conversations with San Siro giants. It's just about whether he'd be interested in playing abroad. Eden Hazard, Real Madrid to Man City. Plays for Belgium, he's 30 years old and is a winger. The transfer spy says it's Pep's dream to manage Eden, but getting a deal done at the current asking price is unlikely. If Real lower that, discussions could begin, but right now it's all talk. Emi Buendia, Norwich to Aston Villa. He's Argentinian, 24 years old and is a winger, 25 mil. Transfer Spy says Arsenal are front runners for Emi's signature and that's where he wants to go. But Villa will pounce if the deal doesn't happen. Either way, I'm sure he'll be on his way out of Norwich by February. Jack Grealish, Aston Villa to United. He's English, he's 25 years old and is a midfielder. Transfer Spy says Jack's only just signed a new contract at Villa, but that's more to protect his value when big clubs start to circle. United are interested, but don't really need him right now as Bruno Fernandes is on flames. Still, you never know. James Ward-Prowse, Southampton to Tottenham. He's English, 26 years old and is a midfielder, 40 mil. Emerson Palmieri, Chelsea to Napoli. He's Italian, 26 years old and a left back, on loan apparently. Brandon Williams, United to Newcastle. He's English, 20 years old and is a left back, on loan apparently. Lassina Traore, Ajax to Wolves, country, Burkina Faso. He's 20 years old and is a forward, 15 mil. Josh King, Bournemouth to West Ham. He's from Norway, he's 28 years old and is a striker, 20 mil. Arkadiusz Milik, Napoli to Marseille. He's Polish, 26 years old and is a striker, 9 mil. Hamza Chowdhury, Leicester to Newcastle. He's English, he's 23 and is a midfielder for a price on loan. Sami Khedira, Juve to Everton. He's German, 33 years old and is a midfielder, 12 mil. Alexander Zinchenko, Man City to West Ham. He's from the Ukraine, he's 24 years old and is a left back for 18 mil. Fikayo Tomori, Chelsea to Newcastle. He's English, he's 23 years old and is a centre back on loan, who is now on loan at AC Milan. Record signings. Every Premier League club's most expensive player revealed. Arsenal, Nicolas Pepe from Lille, 2019, 72 mil. I don't think it's really worked out yet for Pepe at Arsenal. He's a quality player, but at Arsenal he just couldn't find his feet. He's put one foot, but is not fully there. Villa, Ollie Watkins from Brentford, 2020, £33 million. People underestimated him. He's just a championship player. He's only a championship player. He'll always be there, but no, he's proved them wrong. It's a big success, I think. Brighton, Neil Maupay from Brentford, 2019, £20 million. It's in the middle. It can be good, but it can be bad. Burnley, Chris Wood from Leeds, 2017, 15 mil. I'd say it's been pretty much a success. He's been great for Burnley. They're probably one of their top goal scorers. Chelsea, Kepa Arrizabalaga from Bilbao in 2018 for 71.6 mil. He hasn't worked out for him, but he can still turn it around. Christian Benteke from Liverpool in 2016 for 32 mil. I'd say it's a success. I mean, in 2018, since 2016 to 2019 or 20, he weren't the best, but in the 2019-20 season to the 2021, he's been brilliant. So I'd say for 2 years it's been a success, but all over, just in the middle. Everton, Gylfi Sigurdsson from Swansea in 2017, 44 mil. I don't think he's met expectations of what the manager wants, of what the fans want, and the board. They're record signing, but he hasn't done much. Fulham, Jean-Michel Seri from Nice in 2018 for 25 mil. It's in the middle. He's had his consistent seasons and games, and he's had rough patches as well. Leeds, Rodrigo from Valencia, 2020, £27 million. It's too early to judge him. He's been there for about 4 months. He hasn't done much, but we can't underestimate him. He needs time to adapt to a new league, new country, and a new type of game and tempo. Leicester, Yuri Tielemans from Monaco in 2019 for 40 mil. Massive success. Probably one of Leicester's best signings in my opinion. He's been brilliant with them in the midfield. Running up and down the pitch, attackingly brilliant. Now what I am saying here is just my opinion. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or for example, Paul Pogba. If one of you out there if he's your favourite player, if I say something bad about him, it's not because I hate him. It's just because what I think about him. So you don't have to take it to heart. Liverpool, Van Dijk from Southampton in 2018 for 75 mil. Success? It hasn't. It's been a massive success. A massive sign for Liverpool. Big money. He's handled the pressure well. And, well, you've bought quality. So well done Liverpool for that signing. Man City, Ruben Diaz from Benfica, 2020. 64.3 mil. He's only been here for about 2 months at City. He's only been there for about 2 months and he's already transformed their defence into something special. Success. But who knows? He's just joined nearly, basically. Man United, Paul Pogba from Juve, 2016. Average. If it was this season, it'd be a success. But all round season at United, it's average. But, he should have been given more time. Newcastle, Joe Linton from Hoffenheim, 2019, 40 mil. I'm sorry Newcastle fans, you could probably agree with me as well. Joe Linton, nah, not for me at all. £40 million, big money for Newcastle. And he couldn't find his confidence, couldn't find his feet at the club. And people call him a flop now. He's forgotten. Sheffield United, Rian Bilrooster from Liverpool, 2020. 23.5 mil. Don't want to ruin the lad's confidence, but no. But he's still young, so he's got room to grow, to get better. Hopefully that can happen. But in his 2 years at Liverpool, barely played, but when he did, weren't the best. Sheffield, he couldn't even make the 11, but he's like a 19-year-old or even older. Southampton, Danny Ings from Liverpool, 2010, 22 mil. Well, what more can I say? Success. Danny Ings wants to move to a bigger club, but like Arsenal or Everton. He's been brilliant for Southampton, and he's been alright for Liverpool as well. But Southampton, well done for making Danny Ings probably one of the best strikers in the Prem. Tottenham, Tanguy Ndombele from Lyon, 2019, 62 mil. If we're talking this season, we're saying it's a pretty good season, but all-time average. He can be lazy sometimes, but this season he's been brilliant, working up and down the pitch, and he can be a hard-working player in attack as well. Graded Diangana from West Ham in 2020, 18 mil. He's great. I'd say it's average, but close to a success. He's been brilliant there. When he plays, he's alright, and he can be a goal scorer. West Ham, Sebastian Haller from Frankfurt in 2019, 45 mil. Not for me. But he is at Ajax now, so he's moved again 2 years later to Ajax. Weren't the best at West Ham, to be honest. The only thing I did know him for is strength, shooting, finishing, and his bicycle kick as well. Last one, Wolves, Fabio Silva from Porto in 2020, 35 mil. So far, it's a big no-no, but he could improve. He's only 18 or 19, so he's still got massive. He's got about 20 years left in his career. If he'll play until he's 38, he can do that. Real Madrid's record signing, 140 mil. Chelsea to Real, Hazard, who started off Real not that great. Since he's got back in shape, he's been getting injured a lot. He's been injury prone. He said he'll return to Stamford Bridge one day, which can be great for Chelsea, I think. This week, how to bag your dream move. Itching to join a new team? Follow our live guide. Perform. You need to deliver on the pitch to get people talking. You don't put pressure on yourself to be man of the match every game. It's about solid, consistent form. Effectiveness level, 4 out of 5. Hype yourself. Big yourself up. Show your best goals on safe, children-friendly platforms. Tell schoolmates about your hot form and celebrate like a boss if you're a hit winner. 3 out of 5 effectiveness level. Showcase your attitude. Be the baller who trains hardest, is ready for battle and spreads positive vibes. This will show you when you're playing and catch the eye of those watching. 4 out of 5 effectiveness level. Be proactive. Don't be afraid to get a parent to speak to the boss of the club you want to join. Gaffers can't scout everyone and won't know about your top bins TEKKERS. Effectiveness level, 3 out of 5. Have a second position. Managers love versatile players who can step into other positions and keep their performance level at high level. Every player should have a second spot, like Joshua Kimmich. Stoppsy says, Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich can play anywhere across the back line and in midfield. The new club. Signed for a team, here are the best ways to get started. Don't be shy. Get to know your teammates, tell them all about yourself and make loads of new friends. You'll feel so much more comfortable if you open up to them. 2. Train as you'd play. The best impression you can make to your new squad is showing them how hard you are willing to work to make the team better. Put in the hard yards, because if you're doing well in training, okay, you're doing well in training, but you have to get what you've done in the training into a game. Be patient. Don't start moaning if you're not in the starting 11 straight away. Respect the team for what it was before you joined and wait for your chance to shine. Look to improve. Speak to your new boss and ask them what you could work on to get even better than you already are. It will prove to them that you have a growth mindset. The inspiration. Your TEKKERS can't always be 100, but your work rate can. Hard work always beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Baller alert. Watch, study and learn more about one of the January transfer window's top targets. The baller, Dio Upamecano. Position, centre-back. Look out for, composed passing range. Game to study. RB Leipzig versus someone you can watch. Exclusive, MOTD Mag investigates. Epic FM transfer sim. Which clubs will the world's best wonder kids sign for? We fired up Football Manager 2021, simmed the game until 2035 and found out what mad transfers went down. 1. Jadon Sancho, Everton, Blue Boy. Jadon's epic career comes to an end at Everton. A big move for Sancho was always going to happen, but we didn't think he'd end up at the Toffees. After 3 more seasons at Borussia Dortmund, Sancho moved to United for 105 mil, staying there until 2032. He spent the next 2 seasons at Atletico Madrid before finally signing for Everton at 34 years old, for just 6.25 mil. 2. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo finished his long Arsenal career with 244 appearances, 33 goals and 29 assists. After that, he moved to Man City for 45.5 mil. And then controversially, Tottenham. He finished his career with Leeds after signing on a transfer fee in 2034, aged 32. He played 27 games in his first season there. On the move, Saka spends his whole career in England. 3. Marcus Rashford, West Brom. Did you ever think you'd see this, Baggies fan? In our sim, Rashi ended up having one of the waviest careers ever, with his time ending at United in 2029 with a move to Atletico for 33 mil. He then switched to Juventus before heading back to England at West Brom. That wasn't all. He finished up playing for Galatasaray, Valencia and finally Lask in Austria. Bizarre. Phil Foden and Eduardo Camavinga. Going places. Camavinga has mad potential in FM21. Don't be shocked if the Rennes midfielder moves to PSG in real life very soon. Foden becomes a City legend, then moves to the French Giants. Foden spent his career popping in at Man City's midfield, playing more than 200 games. At 33 years old, he moved to PSG for 24.5 mil to form a 5-star partnership with Camavinga, who had been in the French capital since signing for 57 mil in 2021-22. What a duo. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Southampton. Cal called time on his Chelsea career at 25 years old and went in search of more game time. And he got it with the Saints, where he played 178 games over our 7 seasons. After that, he hopped on a plane to Italy and balled at Parma for 2 seasons before signing for Portsmouth on a free transfer. Missed chance. Chose time at Chelsea doesn't go to plan. Ansu Fati, Man United. Top tier. Fati proves to the world he's got what it takes. The young Barcelona baller went on to become the new king of the Nou Camp, where he played 314 games in 10 seasons. A big move came to him in 2029 when he signed for United in a deal worth 131 mil. And guess what? He smashed it. 2 Prem titles and 3 UCL wins later, Ansu's time at OT was pretty awesome. 7. João Felix, Man City. The boy João outgrew Atletico Madrid and moved to City in 2022 for £107 million, but failed to live up to his price tag. In 12 seasons, Felix only scored more than 10 goals in a single campaign once. So they shipped him off to PSG at 34 years old for 32.5 mil. Felix isn't a goal machine for City, but he's still a key player. Jake says, "We'd be buzzing to see Felix in the Premier League. Make it happen, Pep." The future of footy. 12 other crazy footy predictions from the sim. 1. Ballon Boy. Bayern Munich's Joshua Zirkzee won the Ballon d'Or 3 years in a row after joining Barcelona. Michy the Scout. Michy Batshuayi hung up his shooting boots and became a scout for Man United. 3. Southgate out. England manager Gareth Southgate was sacked in 2021 with Burnley boss Sean Dyche taking over. 4. Hashtags wait. Even in 2035, hashtags still found themselves in the Essex Senior League. The journey continues. Super Frank. Frank Lampard resigned as Chelsea boss in 2030. Took a break and then managed Freiburg in the Bundesliga. Look at that. Huddersfield fans will be buzzing. In 2035, former Ballon d'Or winner Luka Modric became their manager. Lol. 7. Gunning for glory. Arsenal got back to their best and won 3 back-to-back Premier League titles from 2032 to 2034. 8. Virgil with the assist. Virgil van Dijk was well on his way to becoming a top boss after taking the assistant manager's job at Leeds. 9. Zlat the boss. Watford love hiring a new boss, but they outdid themselves in 2035 by giving the job to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 10. 3 Lions glory. Football finally came home for England in 2032 when they won the European Championship. Finally. 11. Awesome Erling. Erling Haaland was playing for Man City in 2025 and won the Player of the Year and Prem Golden Boot. 12. Harry for hire. Once Harry Maguire retired, he became the head of youth development at, well, no one. He was unemployed in 2035. Give us a job, MOTD. Most expensive Serie A player ever. 99 mil. Cristiano Ronaldo. Real to Juve. He's always been the best player in the world in my opinion. Even better than Messi. Ronaldo's a great player. He's won the Ballon d'Or 5 times. He's won loads of Champions Leagues. He's won a Serie A. loads of La Ligas, the Portuguese League, and Premier Leagues, FA Cups, nearly every single award, personally and club. Most expensive women's player ever. £300,000. Am I saying that right? Wolfsburg to Chelsea. Pernil Harder. Well, women do not get as much money as men's do. As we see, Ronaldo's 99 mil when the most expensive women's player ever in history is 300,000. But the women's league work hard, every single team in different countries, and one day they can overpass the men. And that's the magazine, a very long magazine. But I hope you enjoyed it. This was dedicated to transfers, a long magazine about transfers, but it was really fun to film and I hope you enjoyed it. As well, again, please can you drop a like on this video. Also, comment down below, who's your best club signing in history or even this season if they've signed anyone. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.